Hi, it's Cammy. Charlie talks football.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Charlie Talks Football. Now, anyway guys, make sure to subscribe as well, but we've got some pretty shocking news, as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, that Juventus are trying to sign Lloyd Kelly. It has been confirmed by Fabrizio Romano that they rejected a loan to buy option, and Newcastle apparently won 50 million. But this is surprising because, of course, Dad, the Lloyd Kelly situation was that Fenerbahce came in with a bid and tried to sign him. That got turned down, and now Juventus are coming in, which is a bit of a surprise considering of how much of a big club Juventus are. No disrespect to Kelly, but it's an interesting situation.
It is, and this has now also been confirmed by Gazzetta dello Sport in Italy,
Right.
which is also reliable, along with Fabrizio Romano, that Newcastle want 30 million euros for him. Whether they'll get that, I don't know, but from Juventus's point of view, yeah, Kelly's done okay for Newcastle. He hasn't really had much of a chance, but he's an experienced Premiership centre-half who's played really well for Bournemouth when he was there. He's strong, physical, he's good on the ball, he's versatile, he can play left-back as well as centre-back. So, yes, I understand why teams are coming in for him, but it will be a shock to some people because he hasn't had the best of starts at Newcastle, but he's not really had much of a chance, to be honest.
And what's interesting actually about Juventus coming in for a centre-back is their defence. I don't know if you've watched much of Juventus, but their defence is excellent, so they don't really need a centre-back, so it's a bit of a strange one.
It is a surprise, but you never know. Football's full of surprises, and Fenerbahce came in from last week and that didn't happen. I think Mourinho's the manager there, isn't he? And obviously he knows about the Premier League, so he must like Lloyd Kelly. But now Juventus coming in for him, and we've posted this on the Facebook page, and people are totally shocked at it, and they thought we were winding them up. But apparently it is true that they're working on a deal to sign him. Whether the deal happens, that's another thing, but they are definitely interested, and they definitely want to sign him.
Yeah, I think you can see by the look on our faces, we're surprised that a club like Juventus would come in for Lloyd Kelly, but I think Kelly's had a bit of an unlucky time at Newcastle. We, of course, brought him in as a free transfer, and we knew that he wasn't going to start every game, didn't we, Dan?
Yeah,
we knew he was just going to be a squad player, and Eddie Howe's always spoke highly about him. So this would help a lot with PSR, wouldn't it?
Maybe, yeah, but like, how does versatile players? That's why he signed Dan Burn. When he signed Dan Burn, people were like, "Oh, it's just Dan Burn." But when we had finished in the Champions League position, Dan Burn was playing left back for us, and he's not the most agile, but he's gone on to play centre half. And yes, he didn't do great the other day, but overall this season, Burn's been excellent. So Lloyd Kelly is obviously versatile, like we said, like Dan Burn. But for the club to get him on a free transfer, he'll be on high wages, but this will be pure profit. If we can sell him, it'll be pure profit. Botman's coming back, Kraft's coming back as well. But we do probably need a better class of centre half to move the team forward. So, they were wanting to get Gui and they couldn't happen. Will that happen again? Probably not. But we'll just have to see. It's a really interesting one to keep an eye on this, Charlie.
And I think as well, will this mean if this deal goes through? I'm getting excited. Hopefully it does, because if it goes through, will we actually try and sign a winger? Because for PSR, because we're signing Kelly for nothing, if we make a profit on him, depending on whether it's 15 million or 20 million, that is huge for PSR, and it could potentially mean we're sign someone.
Could it give us enough funds to go and get someone like Mbeumo, who would be great for us from Brentford?
I don't know.
The other one is Bakayoko, isn't it? He's a really good player who we've been linked with, who's fast and direct and would be a good winger, but we'll just have to see what happens.
And what's also interesting to talk about as well is the fact that it's been pretty much really quiet, apart from this Kelly news that's coming out. Miggy, supposedly he's going, but that seems to have quieted down. We don't really know what's going on,
do we? It could take a sale like this of Lloyd Kelly to be a domino effect, have a knock-on effect, and that could release funds for us to bring someone in. And if Miggy went as well to Atlanta, which the same could happen if they can agree his wages and a fee with Newcastle. So, things can happen quickly in the transfer market. Suddenly nothing's sometimes nothing's happening, and then suddenly out of nowhere there
Good
can be
point,
like lots
yeah.
of things happen, and there's still like maybe 10 or 11 days left, isn't there, of the transfer window, so there's still a lot can happen in that time.
But it's exciting, isn't it? If Lloyd Kelly does go, we'll wish him the best of luck. But I think this probably benefits both parties. Lloyd Kelly, I mean, he could be going to a massive club in Juventus, going to Italy. I'm sure the fans will like them there. I don't know if he'd play regularly. And then on Newcastle's side of things, we get money and pure profit to potentially spend on buying someone.
Yeah, we'll hopefully be to reinvest that money if the deal happens. But as these things can change quickly in football. You think a deal's going to happen, then it doesn't. It fails, or then suddenly a deal happens quickly. Seeing what happened when we signed Isaac as well, didn't we? That was like, off and on, and then suddenly it just happened out of the blue. So you never know in football, things can change. But it is interesting, and it will shock a lot of people that Lloyd Kelly could be on his way to Juventus.
And one thing I wanted to mention as well, just off the back of Newcastle losing 4-1 to Bournemouth, we have got Southampton next, which is, I think, probably is the perfect fixture, isn't it, to hopefully reset and, and come back strong.
Southampton did really well at Man United and they were unlucky, but today they've been beaten. You never know, but it's a game we should win, but we've got to be at the races in the Premier League. You cannot afford to be off par because you get punished, so we'll have to bounce back on Saturday against the Saints.
Well, anyway, guys, make sure to subscribe and leave a like. We hope you enjoyed this video. What are your thoughts on this shocking piece of information about Lloyd Kelly? Who would you reinvest this money on potentially if it does happen? And we're going to keep you updated with all the latest Newcastle transfer news and things that are coming up in January. We really do hope we sign someone, because we seem to have been talking about it for a while. So hopefully it happens. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and let's hope Newcastle can get back to winning ways against Southampton.
See you later. Bye.